From an icon skin that was never released in the item shop, to events that never actually existed, I'm going down this Fortnite Iceberg. Surface level, bears vs gnomes. In chapter 2, there was a war going on between the stuffed bears and the garden gnomes. This story is actually pretty big, and it would need a whole separate video explaining everything, so let me know if you want to see that. Jonesy Ate Peely. After the volcano erupted, Jonesy and Peely both ran into a bunker. Years later, Jonesy emerges with Peely in a smoothie. The mythic goldfish. This item was obtained by fishing, except there was only a 1 in a million chance you would actually catch this. If you threw this at someone, it would deal 200 damage and instantly eliminate them. Shallow waters. The bunkers. Fortnite has had its fair share of bunkers in the game, but the one with the biggest mystery has had to have been the Wailing Woods bunker. No one had any clue what this bunker was for. It took years before we actually discovered what it was used for. It was a tunnel to the bridge, which is seen in the Imposters game mode. Fortnite in the MCU. All of Chapter 2 Season 4 was Marvel themed, from the locations to the entire battle pass. Even the official Marvel comics had Fortnite characters in them. It was confirmed that Fortnite is actually canon to the Marvel universe, so yes, that means there was a giant dancing Travis Scott in the Marvel universe somewhere. Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph is a popular movie character, and he's made a small appearance at Risky Reels every so often. There was an emote called Hot Marat. While this emote was completely free in the item shop, it was only out for 2 days and has never been seen again. This emote is most likely never going to return, and it hasn't been seen for over 4 years now, making this one of the rarest emotes. Challenge games. This entry refers to the old Battle Lab mode. This was originally called Playground, and for a short period of time, it included some games that were floating in the sky. Not many players seem to remember this. The minigun is a briefcase. If you pull out the minigun, you will see it starts off as a briefcase. This is something cool that not many players actually noticed. Drift was abducted. During the trailer for Chapter 1 Season 5, you see Drift spray painting on a Durburger. He then got rifted into the Fortnite world. Does this mean Fortnite kidnapped a real person? Well, no, but it's still kind of funny to think about. Thanos Snap. Snap was an emote that was added early on in Fortnite's lifetime. When Thanos came as a playable character, if you used the Snap emote with the skin, it would make the Infinity Stones glow. This is a really cool reference, and Fortnite actually changed the emote rarity to a Marvel series. The Depths. The It collab. In a way, Pennywise has had 2 collaborations with Fortnite. The first one was the Take the L emote, and the second one was these red balloons that could be found on drains. It was also rumoured you could hear screams coming from these drains. Never Gonna newsfeed. On April Fool's, Epic Games put out this newsfeed that stated that there was a pay-to-win outfit that had 4 arms, but when you click on the button, it takes you to the Never Gonna emote. This had to be one of the biggest rickrolls ever. Eye of the Storm Tracker. In Chapter 1 Season 4, Fortnite rolled out this update that was supposed to add jetpacks, but instead, they accidentally released a work-in-progress item. It was fixed within minutes, but that didn't stop players from obtaining it within that time period. The item was later reworked into the Storm Scout Sniper. The Kraken event. In Chapter 2, there was rumoured to be an event which included the Kraken. I really don't know the origin of this one, but people love to use it as a meme.
You gotta be shitting me! You gotta be shitting me! No way he just screened in Kraken tentacles.
Leviathan LTM. Anyone who played Chapter 1 will remember this game mode. There were 2 teams who faced off against each other. Each team had their own giant who they had to protect while trying to eliminate the opposing team's giant. This game mode was actually never a real thing, but people swore they remembered playing it. This could be one of those Mandela effects, but it ended up being a joke in the community later on that it was real and the best game mode ever. Pyramid under Loot Lake. Similar to the Kraken event, there was a rumour going around that a pyramid would rise out of Loot Lake. People were live streaming and had 24-hour countdowns until this live event, but it was just never a thing. Just like the Kraken event, this one was also heavily memed. The Brink. Slenderman. Another rumour that went around was Slenderman could be seen in Wailing Woods. In hindsight, this is one of the most ridiculous things that people have come up with in the Fortnite community. Chapter 2 map leaked. When Chapter 1 was ending, the entire Chapter 2 map was actually leaked by someone. Fortunately, people called it fake and just swept it under the rug. Days later, when Chapter 2 released, they realised the leak was real. The swing set. Early on in Fortnite's lifetime, these swings could be jumped on and used by players. Moments after the swing, it would ban a player. The reason for this is players were floating and just glitching around, and the game thought they were hacking. I really hope these players got their accounts back. Annual Pass. Before the crew pack release, Fortnite was testing a yearly pass that included a skin called Brilliant Bomber. When the Fortnite crew pack released, they went by months, and the Brilliant Bomber is nowhere to be seen. Another default dance music. You might have already known that the original default dance music has a third secret music track. But did you know it also had a fourth? Take a listen. Bud the Mushroom. Late into Chapter 2 Season 2, Bud the Mushroom was added into the game as an NPC. You could feed him, and even get him to follow you around and give you shields. He was removed 1 day later when the flood hit the island. Fortunately, he was re-added towards the end of the chapter, but only for a limited time, because this kinda happened. The Abyss. Creative mode is Purgatory. If you don't know what Purgatory is, it's pretty much the place where you go before heaven. Well, creative mode is the Fortnite version of that. In creative, you're not bound to the rules that are set in the real world, the game version being the Battle Royale island. You could kinda squeeze this into the Fortnite lore as where you go before each loop. 3 llamas for a back bling. Well, it was theorized that you could get the Bright Bomber's back bling by finding all 3 of the llamas in one game. This actually made sense at the time, since there's a llama on the back bling. The back bling was still in the files, but did not come out when the Bright Bomber skin did. This turned out to be one big hoax. The back bling made its way into the item shop on the male variant. Infinite Dab Limit. When the Infinite Dab emote released, people wondered if it was actually infinite. Turns out, it only lasted for 1 hour. Epic Games changed the emote to last 10 times longer. The Infinity Blade crossover. Did you know the Infinity Blade from Polar Peaks was actually a collab? Well, yeah, it actually was. It's from the game called Infinity Blade. I couldn't find the exact name of the sword, but looking up series sword will get you pictures of it. J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams is a filmmaker who worked on the Star Wars movies, episodes 7 to 9 to be more accurate. He made an appearance in the Fortnite Star Wars event as his own skin. People were waiting for him to come to the game as an icon skin, but he never did. Fish stick is a This one might gross some people out, so leave now if you have a weak stomach. Alright, so for context, cannibalism is the act of one species eating the same species. Chapter 2 introduced a location called Craggy Cliffs, and at that location is a restaurant called Sticks. If you didn't know, these are made of fish. Does that mean Fish Stick is serving fish at his own restaurant? Well, yes. If you think I missed anything, please let me know in the comments, and I might just make a part 2. Also, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, but every sub is really appreciated. And while you're at it, check out my other videos. I really love this video right here, and I would highly recommend checking it out. Peace out.